Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's great to be here together for Shabbat. We just sang Hine Ma Tov Umanaim, how good it is that we are all here together. We just came through in the Jewish calendar Yom Kippur, such an auspicious and beautiful day, but really, really a high holiday. So it feels really good to just be back in Shabbat and back in kind of a more low-key environment, singing Hine Ma Tov together. So wonderful to be together tonight. We are here for Shabbat, and we are also so excited to celebrate the bar mitzvah this Shabbat of Eric Abreu. And so we want to say welcome to Eric's family, and Mazel Tov to Joanne and to David and to Aiden and to all your family that's joining us here tonight. So welcome. So let's continue together on page 3. We're going to light the Shabbat candles, and I would like to invite up Joanne and Stacy to light the candles. And the candlesticks that they are using tonight belong to Grandma Shirley, so it's really special to be able to use those. And let's go ahead and light the candles, and then Liv will lead us in the blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lechad lichner shel Shabbat.
Thank you. So nice. Okay, everyone, let's continue on page 20. We're going to sing now Lecha Dodi, which means, beloved, come with me to go meet the Shabbat beloved. So what we're doing in the song is really welcoming in the spirit of Shabbat. We actually, at the end of the song, will rise and turn and face the door so we can really feel her presence coming into the room. We'll bow and welcome her as we say, Boi Chala, welcome bride. So we can really use that metaphor to elevate our sense that Shabbat is a really special time. So that is the spiritual message behind this song. So page 20, we're going to do verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. Lecha Dodi mikrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi mikrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad nishmi'anu Adonai echad u'shemo echad shemo tiferet ve'mitila lecha dodi mikrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi mikrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Mikrat Shabbat lechu v'necha ki hi mekor habarach hamerosh kedem nesucha sof ma'aseh v'machshavat tefila. Lecha dodi mikrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi mikrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Hitorari ki va'orech mi'ori uri shir daberi kavod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha dodi mikrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. and face the door.
Boi b'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha u'tzolo hatov emunei am segula boi chala
Hey,
echadoni mikakala Tenei Shabbat nekabela echadoni mikakala Tenei Shabbat nekabela.
Beautiful, everyone. While we have mostly people, oh, you just did? Okay, that's okay. You can sit down, but I was going to say turn to your neighbor, say Shabbat Shalom, make sure you meet someone new, say hello, maybe find out how their week was. How was your week, Liv?
It was very good, very
Good.
busy.
Very busy. Yeah, I had a really relaxed week.
Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
So, Beautiful. Let's continue, everyone, on page 22 as we sing Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, a special song just for this Shabbat. Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot la'Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot la'Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Lehagid b'boker chastecha, ve'emunatcha b'leilot. Alei asor ve'alei navel, alei higayon vechinot. Mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat, tov lehodot la'Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Beautiful, everyone. We're going to take a few minutes now to talk about our Torah portion. Those of you that are going to be with us tomorrow will get to hear much more from Eric, but I wanted to have a chance to discuss it a little bit tonight as well. So did people get this from the front? Okay, some people did, some people didn't. Heather, thank you so much, and Paul and Barak. Okay, amazing. For 10 pieces of paper, get 3 people to help out. That's West End Temple for you. That's amazing. So, that's great. Okay, good job. Okay. Thank you. We might have to share, because I have to say, I made 15 copies, so so we'll have to spread them out a little bit. It's okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So first, I'm going to put Eric a little bit on the spot tonight and just ask Eric, can you tell us, when you look at the Torah scroll of your Torah portion, what does it look like that makes it a little different from what's right around it?
Well, it's set up as like a poem. It looks much different than the rest of the Torah.
Yep.
And then some of the letters look much different.
Right, so you can tell that it's a poem, right? Because what is like the rest of the Torah is in one column, right? And then your part is what? It's split into 2 columns. So you'll get to see it. Those of you that are coming up, right, for the Aliyah, you saw that it looks very different where he is reading from because it is a poem. And the rabbis said that this specific section is actually a song that Moses sang to the Bnei Yisrael, to the children of Israel, before they were entering the promised land. So the whole book of Deuteronomy is various pieces of advice that Moses is giving to the children of Israel, kind of recapping their history for them and helping them to understand where they need to go from here. But then this last part that Eric will be reading tomorrow is really a poem that is a song. So I wanted to ask you tonight if you can tell me if anybody has an example of a song. It could be any song. It could be a song that you listened to on the radio today. It could be a song that you grew up with. Any kind of song. It doesn't have to be Jewish. What is a song that you can think of that taught you a lesson of some kind or gives you some kind of guidance in your life? Anybody have an idea of a song? Let It Be. That's such a good one, right? Yeah. And okay, and Lisa, do you want to say a little more about why that song resonates for you? Okay. Okay. So nice. So Let It Be, classic Beatles tune, just reminds you to, you're not, you try to be in control of everything, you're not, you need to let it go sometimes. Such a great lesson, yeah. Okay, anybody else? Yeah. Alice's Restaurant. Okay, good one. All right, so help me out here a little bit.
Very briefly about a guy who gets busted for doing something he shouldn't have done, but ends up being in line to be drafted for.
Okay.
And he evades it by a very interesting kind of protest, creating a movement of his own with a simple phrase. And basically he said, you can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. He had everybody singing that, and it just threw the recruiting officers for a loop, and they kicked everybody out.
Wow. Okay, so am I gathering, it's like a song that reminds you of the power of bringing people together and changing history, right? Through
Changing personal history, but also
creating a movement.
expressing yourself
Yeah.
and getting everybody to join in.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, I'm going to try to connect to that later. Yes. Remind me your name again? Huh? Peyton. Oh, I'll see you tomorrow, Peyton. So you're a cousin. Okay, great. Hi. Fight Song. Where's my oldest daughter? Fight Song. She likes that one. Yeah. Tell us why you like that one.
Because it teaches you to never give up and just to keep pushing through.
To never give up and keep pushing through. That's great. All right. Amazing. Anyone have one more example? Or yeah, Aiden. What is that one?
It's a song that's about if you come forward, you should never look back down. And if you back down, you won't get anywhere.
If you back down what?
Then you won't get anywhere.
Then you won't get anywhere. Nice. Okay. Kind of similar theme to Fight Song, maybe a little bit. Yeah, that's great. So, okay, Barak, my husband, is going to read from the Torah a little bit later on, and he is going to read this middle section right here. Does someone want to read that out loud for us? Okay, thanks, Lori.
In Deuteronomy.
Yeah, the middle part, and when Moses.
And when Moses finished reciting all these words to all Israel, he said to them, "Take to heart all the words with which I have warned you this day, and join them upon your children, that they may observe faithfully all the terms of this teaching. For this is not a trifling thing for you. It is your very life. Through it you shall long endure on the land that you are to possess upon crossing the Jordan."
Great. Yeah, so you might recognize some of that language. It's very similar to a famous prayer that we have that we're about to do in Deuteronomy, the V'ahavta, the importance of teaching your children, of passing on this lesson, of really taking this to heart, of taking it seriously. So this is what he believes is the power of his words, but also like kind of vis-a-vis this Torah portion of this song that he was singing to them. And I put at the top there, we didn't read this, but this is the very beginning of what Eric is reading. At the top there, give ear, O heavens, let me speak. Let the earth hear the words I utter. You can hear it in Hebrew, right? It sounds a little more like a song or a poem in Hebrew than it does in English. That's what you get for translating. But he's saying really here that this song is something that's very important to take seriously. So let's look at one more thing here. The rabbis, I'll read at the bottom there, the rabbis enumerated 10 songs found throughout our textual canon at key moments in the life of the nation. There was the song of the Israelites in Egypt, the song at the Red Sea, which we're going to sing, Mi Chamocha, later on, and which reminds me a little bit of what you said about Alice's restaurant, Scott, because it really unified, in the narrative of the text, it really unifies the people and kind of like they all say to themselves, wow, we went through going through Egypt and now we're ready for this next chapter, right? So the song at the Red Sea, the song at the well, and Ha'azinu, Moses' song at the end of his life. Joshua sang a song, so did Deborah, Hannah, King David. There was the song of Solomon, Shir HaShirim, about which Rabbi Akiva said, all songs are holy, but the Song of Songs is the Holy of Holies. And the 10th song, this is so neat, the 10th song has not yet been sung, right? So what do you think that means? The 10th song has not yet been sung. What is that the Messiah is going to come, and who's going to be involved in singing that song? We are, right? We are. We're going to be able, hey, how did you know that? That I have a plant in the audience, just kidding. No, but we are able to create our own songs and our own ideas, our own social movements, our own expressions of where we need to go next. So I bless us, especially as we're celebrating a young man really having his coming of age ceremony for his bar mitzvah tomorrow. I bless all of us, and especially our young people, with the ability to just still create new songs and continue to create history even on this day and going forward. Shabbat Shalom. We continue now on page 26. We'll rise as we sing the Chatzi Kaddish, the Reader's Kaddish, page 26.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
B'yalma divrach yirtei v'yanlich malchutei. B'chayechon uvyomechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, ubizman kariv v'imeru.
Amen.
Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach, le'olam u'olam me'omaya. Yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar, v'yithaleh, v'yithalal, shemei dekudesha
Brichu.
le'lam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'meru.
Amen. We continue with Baruchu, the call to worship on page 28. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, lai, turn to page 30, you may be seated. Let's read together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma poteach she'arim, uvitvuna mishane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Uma'avir yom umevi layla, umavdil ben yom uben layla, Adonai tzvaot shemo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. So let's turn to page 34. We're going to continue now with the Shema. So Eric, I'm going to invite you to come on up here, and you are going to lead us in the next prayer after that. So as we enter into Shema, I invite everyone to just take a deep breath. To just take a moment to think back on this past week. I always find that I have trouble remembering what happened since last Shabbat, although there was a major Jewish holiday in the last week, so I do remember that. Just take a moment to kind of think about what happened this week that you want to carry forward, what happened this week that you want to let go of, and take a moment to just listen to what's in your heart and listen to your neighbors, listen to the universe, see what it's telling you as we sing Shema. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושינתם לבניך ודיברתם בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בעיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתיכם מארץ מצרים, לחיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Let's continue now on page 40 with Mi Chamocha. This is our people's song for freedom. We talked about it a little bit before. And this is a beautiful setting by Debbie Friedman that, as I understand it, she wrote it after some flooding happened in California when she was living there. And So you can hear like a little bit the waves in the music, kind of, the power of the sea, which we know here very well as well.
Adonai et Yaakov, ugalo miad chazak mimenu. Baruch atah Adonai, Ka'al Yisrael.
Amen. Let's turn now to the Shamru on page 44, recognizing the gift and the importance of Shabbat.
Shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את ha-Shabbat לעשות את ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. We rise now as we continue with the Amidah on page 46.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chasei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofech Olim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Li'shenei Afar. Vichamocha Baal Gevurot, Umidom Melach, Melech Meimit, Umechayem, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Ata Lecha Chayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayei HaKol.
Page 52, Atah Kadosh v'Shimcha Kadosh u'Kadoshim b'chol yom yaha'alucha Selah. Baruch Atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Blessed are you, God, Adonai, the Holy God. We take a few moments to pray silently, and after you're done praying, you may find a seat. Through to page 62.
Adonai Tzuri V'Go'alim Oseh Shalom Bimromav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel Ve'imru Amen.
Continue now with Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the service for the reading of the Torah. We're on page 246. Please rise, and I'd like now to invite James Schluger to open the ark. Ki mitzion
Tetzei Torah, Ki mitzion Tetzei Torah, Udevar Adonai miviru devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, halam, halam, omein. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, halam, halam, omein. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut hasadim. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut hasadim. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, halam, halam, omein. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut hasadim. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut hasadim. My chair. You may be seated. Thank you. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so you need you for me, Shavira. Great, everyone. So we have our Torah scroll out here. We're going to read from the end of Parashat Ha'azinu, where we talked about it a little bit earlier today. It's on the sheet, but it's also in your Torah book on page 1407. And Barak will be reading from Deuteronomy chapter 32, verses 45 through 47. So I would love to invite up anyone. So this, what we talked about before, that this is about, this is Moses giving his words, really teaching the children of Israel to what the terms of the covenant are, a little bit about their history, some advice on going into the promised land. So I wanted to invite up anybody who is involved in education. I know there might be a few who are in here who might want to come up and have an aliyah to the Torah right now, and in honor of their work in education. Does anyone want to come up? Beautiful.
I'm already here.
So nice. You're already here. Okay. So the Torah blessings can be found on page 250. We had these like Torah blessing cards, but they might have gotten thrown. Okay, so here, come here. We're going to come a little closer to the Torah so you can see what's going on here. Oh, there they are. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Ready?
Here's a nice. Hold 1 second. Let's make sure we're all ready here. Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan לנו Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Notein HaTorah.
Amen.
ויכל משה לדבר את כל הדברים האלה אל כל ישראל, ויאמר עליהם שימו לבבכם לכל הדברים אשר אנוכי מעיד בכם היום, אשר תצוום את בניכם לשמור לעשות את כל דברי התורה הזאת, כי לא דבר ריק הוא מכם, כי הוא חייכם, ובדבר הזה תאריכו ימים על האדמה, אשר אתם עוברים את הירדן שמה לרשתה.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. So wait, don't go away, because I want to give you a special bracha, a special blessing. So in honor of your incredible work in teaching your students and enabling them to have new insights and new knowledge about the world, I want to bless you and thank you for your incredible work as we start this new school year. So thank you. All right. Thank you so much. In the presence of our Torah, we'd like to turn our thoughts now to those who are in need of healing, of body, of mind, or of spirit. So we are on page 252, and we're about to sing Misha Beirach, and we'd like to ask if anybody has any names of people for whom they are praying that they would like to bring into this space so we can pray for them. So does anyone like to share anybody's name? Okay, thank you.
Rocco Pisani, Anthony Joseph Bartolomeo.
Okay. And then a few from our community this evening: James Donzella, Michael Lee, Shirley Nash, Ann Beckman, and Loretta Umlas. So we draw all of them into our hearts as we sing together Misha Beirach on page 252. To make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Beirach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say we rise now as we get ready to lift and dress the Torah. If there are any kids in here who haven't had a bat mitzvah, like maybe Sonia or Aiden, a bar mitzvah, I see a couple. If you want to come up and help me dress the Torah or walk out of the room, that's cool too. So just come on up, and here we go. Page 252.
Technically, I haven't had that yet.
That's true, that's true. Okay, glad you're here. Vezot HaTorah asher sam Moshe livnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai veyad Moshe. Yain nai 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 nai
שמנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם. אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
I always check for that too.
You may be seated. Our thoughts now turn to those loved ones who have passed from this earth. And we are going to be on page, hold on one second,
Approximately 291.
yeah, oh, I see, okay, sorry about
The
that.
Kaddish is on 294, but if you have a reading beforehand.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, page 291. יש כוכבים שאורם מגיע ארצה רק כאשר הם עצמם עבדו ואינם. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light, long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. In our community, we mourn the recent loss of Judith Rintel, beloved mother of Joanne Abreu, and also beloved wife of Howie, and grandmother of a lot of people here, a lot of grandkids. We also are remembering Nicole Carusis, dear friend of Dara Lipsman. We recall also those whose yahrzeits we observe this Shabbat. Ezra Bender, Anna Benjamin, Maurice Eichel, Betty Eisenstadt, Anna Estrin, Leo Finkelstein, Shirley Friedson, Molly Geschwind, Jay Greenspan, Emily Hoffman, Dorothy Kaminsky, Harry Carrot, Alex Kargman, Lily Katz, Ruth Koschetz, Mayor Culler, Paula Loria, Julius Levy, Melville Marks, Harry Meyerowitz, Erwin Rafer, Jack Rotner, Sarah Silverman, Melvin Sims, Deborah Slater, Sophie Stein, Tilly Stryker, and Celia Tendler. Is there anybody else who is observing a yahrzeit this Shabbat that would like to share with us a name? Anyone in the period of Shloshim, 30 days following the death of a loved one, or in the period of Shana, 1 year following the death of a loved one? We rise as we turn to page 294 for the recitation of the Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, be'alama divarach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kari v'yimeru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lalmei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudashah brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, Da'amiran be'alama v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, and comfort to all of the bereaved among us. And we say together, amen. May be seated. I'd like to invite Lori Musamechi, one of our executive board members, to share with us some announcements.
Okay, welcome everyone. Congratulations to the Abreu family. Must be very proud of your long-legged son. I see his legs are growing by the minute. One of the tribe. So we're, as Rabbi Sloan used to say, we're kind of halfway through the High Holy Days marathon. So far, so good. Excellent. But Monday, we have, actually Sunday, it's the opening of Hebrew school, and the kids will be decorating the sukkah, which is always fun. So that'll be like the first day of Hebrew school?
That's the first day.
First day of Hebrew school. And you could register for Hebrew school. And so that'll be from 10 to 12 on Sunday. And then Monday at 6 p.m., there'll be a Sukkot service, followed by the infamous Pizza in the Hut, which isn't really done in the hut because there's too many pizzas and too many people to fit in the hut. But that's the
I love
theme.
how you started with pizza. The real issue is the pizza capacity.
Right. It's always a fun event. Tuesday, September 21st, 10:30 a.m. will be a Sukkot service, and that'll be followed by sushi in the sukkah. And who sponsors the sushi?
The Nagels.
Oh, the Nagels. And who sponsors the pizza? Sherry, right? Dr. Sherry Copeland, right. So the following week, Monday, September 27th at 6 p.m., we'll be celebrating Simchas Torah with a potluck supper and service, which means everyone who's attending should bring something that feeds maybe 8 to 10 people. Tuesday morning, September 28th, there'll be a service at 10:30 a.m., a Yiska service, and a Kiddush luncheon. And who's sponsoring the luncheon?
Dr. Sherry Copeland and
Kathy Goldsmith and Dr. Sherry Copeland will be sponsoring that. Also, on the bottom, if you have the program, you see that we received a lovely grant for an intergenerational program where teens and seniors come together for different activities and discussions and mentoring. So you'll see the dates listed. It looks like it's Sundays from 11 to 1 p.m., and it looks like it's once a month on a Sunday. So anyone interested in participating in that, whether it's a senior that you think would, or a teen, should contact the rabbi. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
If you need a model for this intergenerational program, just think about if any of you are familiar with how Arlene Handon and I interact, where I say hi to her on Zoom and then she calls me her granddaughter. That's basically, I think, what it's going to be.
That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She yells at me, "Hi, Liv. Hi, Arlene. I know that you're there. I love you, Arlene."
Senior, self-defined, so I'm not going to define it for you. Anyone who feels that they are a senior that wants to pass on wisdom to the next generation. Teen also has its own unique definition according to this grant, anybody in 5th grade or above through to age 18. So hopefully...
19 is not included?
Sure, yes, that's included, yes. Thank you again, Lori. Thanks to everyone for being here tonight. Mazel tov to the Abreu family, and thank you for the beautiful Kiddush stuff, and also thank you to Stacy for the beautiful Kiddush cup. And I want to just mention again some of the beautiful objects that were in our midst tonight because of the celebration. So candlesticks from Grandma Shirley and Kiddush cup from Grandpa Otto, and also Eric is wearing a talit and a yarmulke that was Uncle Alan's. And Uncle Alan had really good taste in kippot, because you will notice that it's exactly the same as my kippah for some interesting coincidence. Very cool. So Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We're going to conclude with the singing of Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu.
I also just wanted to say that when Joanne asked me to co-lead with Rabbi Epstein for the Shabbat Erev of Eric's bar mitzvah, I was so honored, and I'm so honored to be doing this. So thank you.
Thank you, Liv. Yes, and thank you to Liz and Tommy, too, for our tech support. Yay, thank you so much. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, page 321. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, shalom. Ojavo shalom aleinu. Ojavo shalom aleinu. Ojavo shalom aleinu. Ve'al kulam. Ojavo shalom aleinu. Ojavo shalom aleinu. Ojavo shalom aleinu. Ve'al kulam. Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
And let's join together in Shalom Aleichem and Kiddush and Oneg. We're going to head outside for that, and we'll see you there in a second.